Hello, and we're back. And this time I'm bringing you a video specifically focused on an interesting DEX that helps you farm multiple DEXes together. So, did I just say a DEX that lets you farm multiple DEXes? Yeah, it's a DEX in a way. It's built on top of Hyperliquid's builder code. The application that I'm talking about is called is Hypersignals. Very interesting new product. It's been recently come out of its private alpha in December, and we had a very good trading competition, where they were letting you win points basis your profit and your activity tracks. So why is this an interesting opportunity to farm? I mean, if you've played Hyperliquid, if you played Lighter, you've experienced what airdrop farming with DEXes can uh, give you. I mean, those drops are phenomenal. An average user, an average trader who's reasonably early has seen 50 to 100k airdrops valuation, and it's not that the history will repeat itself always, but there is a potential, there's an opportunity, and we should always play. Why not? So, what is Hypersignals? Hypersignals is essentially a platform that helps you, that mines. They've sort of analyzed millions of top traders in Wales on Hypersignals. They let you figure out an unfair advantage for you by understanding what is happening in real time with the top traders of Hyperliquid. Now, it is established that Hyperliquid as a DEX, as an L1, has attracted and retained the most prolific investors and traders. So it just makes sense that somebody analyzes this and lets you take action on that intel and analysis, right? That's what Hypersignals are doing. So it gives you an unfair advantage in terms of letting you figure out what's happening. It gives you the score. It's got a hyper score. 8 plus is top 2% of the traders. Hyper score 7 factor analysis. These are all the things that they analyze. They figure out the efficiency, how many trading days. We'll see a lot of that. Realized P&L, sharp factor, max drawdown, etc. to help you understand who is a good trader. And it also lets you copy them, or it helps you just figure out what they're doing, and you can manually trade. You have both options to trade manually and copy them. But when you trade manually or you copy them, where exactly is the trade getting executed? That's the interesting part. So now you see they've got an integration with Pacifica, and originally they had Hyperliquid integrated because they were built on Hyperliquid builder codes. So now Hypersignals is integrating multiple DEXes on the back end where you can execute your trade. So they're giving you the intelligence from Hyperliquid, but they're letting you trade on the DEX of your choice. So you can see Hyperliquid is active, Pacifica is active, and very soon you will have extended, followed by lighter, and probably other DEXes that they do on the roadmap. Now, not only they let you trade on the DEX, but they let you trade with multiple accounts. So I have 2 accounts here on Hyperliquid. I have 1 account in Pacifica, and I can trade more. So what exactly is happening when you're trading on Hypersignals? When you're trading on Hypersignals, you're actually trading on Pacifica or Hyperliquid, and you're farming the Pacifica or Hyperliquid season 3 points. And while you're doing that, you're also farming Hypersignal points. It's poised to do a TGE in probably Q2 this year, and depending on the volumes that you build, the profitability, we don't know what's the point formula, but you're earning points here, right? So here's the points tracker. We are ranked 66 on this account. We got about 8,000 points. Not a lot of volume. That's because we're too early, and it always helps to be early. I'm going to show you my overall portfolio. I think we've lost about $1,400 tinkering with to understand the features, how this works, so that we can make this video. And we've done not a lot of volume, and probably the volume is going to be seen over here. Account manager. Account is where we see all these different accounts, right? So if I look at this specific account, we've done about $1,500 worth of volume with a small account funded with $150 only. And this is what I want to talk about in this video, and how I've been passively generating volume and remaining delta neutral, and passively farming Pacifica and Hypersignals together. This is a small test amount, and I'm going to scale this up because I figured this is working out, and that's exactly what I'm going to talk to you about in this video. Stay tuned till the end of it, right? So what you need to do, step 1, is create an account on Hypersignals. You can take the link from the description below, or the comments below, where you're getting a boosted link which gives you discounted fees and priority boosted points. I think about 15%. It's 10 right now. You can see it's about 10% right now using the code Namaste Web3. It's going to soon be upgraded to 15, is what the team has promised us. So what you got to do, step 1, is just open your Hypersignals account. And when you open this account, it essentially opens a master account, right? So your primary wallet is the master wallet, which is created on. So you see here is the master account. Once the master account is created, you go here and you create new account. which is going to be a sub account in the same account. And here you can choose whether you want to trade on Hyperliquid or Pacifica. So we chose Pacifica. Once you choose Pacifica, it will ask you to enter certain details: auto trading, manual trading. Pacifica, we don't have manual trading yet. I'm doing manual trading on Hyperliquid, but auto trading is what you can select. When you click next, your account basically opens, right? And once you go there, you go to copy trade. Now here's the magic. Copy trade, you go on this filter, high volume pros, right? Now it is giving you handpicked high rating, high scores, 8.5, 8.2, 8.3, 8.4, people who are doing high volumes, right? So let's look at these. Which ones do we want to copy? We may not want to copy somebody, or we may want to copy. Look at this. The maximum drawdown is 31.88%. It's not good for me. I don't like a 30%. I like to keep it about 20, 25%. So I'm going to go for this. Sharp ratio is 7, which is very good. Profit factor is 8.4, decent. Let's open this. They've tagged them as a flipper. You see, tag this account as a flipper. Out of 90 days, so Hypersignals always makes this scorecard for a 90-day trading period. Out of 90 days, this person has traded only for 28 days and realized $96,000 with an overall account value of $84,000. So I'm not going to pick this one because I have very little data. Out of 90, only 28 days. So I'm just going to skip this one. Although this person is 8.5 on 10, I'm going to skip this one. I'll look at another one. It's 8.2, 8.3, 8.4. Okay, let's look at the 8.4. 8.4 is a max drawdown of 15%. I like this. Sharp ratio 10, amazing. Profit factor is okay. And let's dive deeper into this person. This person has done 932,000, 84 days out of 90 days trading. So I like this. It's got an account value of about 862,000, and they've done a profit of 932,000, right? All-time ROI is 19.7%, and total P&L is about 370. It looks good. Currently, the unrealized is about 41,000, which is about 5% of the. And they've done about 450,000 volume. So you look at this. This is the kind of trader I would like to know. So I can also go ahead and check what positions this person has. Right? Look at this. BTC long is open, Solana short is open, BNB long. I can just look at these and go and copy it manually wherever I want to, or I can copy it here automatically. Look at the trades. The trade history is amazing. NatGas, XYZ, they've done. We can always find out what they've done, what they've not done. So that's interesting. So I think I want to copy this person. Now, before I copy this person, I need to open an account and fund that account, right? So what I do here is I click on copy trade. Oh, apparently I've already used this person, and that's interesting. So I ended up selecting the same person again. So let me show you the flow of creating the account anyway, and then I'll go to my account where the strategy is already active, so you can know what's happening. So when I say set up a new copy trading account, I click here. I'm going to select my DEX. This time I'm going to select Hyperliquid because I've already opened it on Pacifica. I say next. Auto trading because I want to copy this person automatically. I can also do manually, but the point about doing this manually is you have to be on your toes, right? You can do manual trading like you do otherwise, but for copying, I would suggest you use auto trading. So we select next, create an account. So I'm creating an account on Hyperliquid for copying this. This is my account address. They're creating a fresh amount. I need $50 minimum. Fund your account to get started. So I'm going to do an internal transfer. You can do an external transfer also, but since I have some funds sitting around, I'm going to transfer from my existing account. I'll say another $150, and I'm going to just compare. Let me just put $300 over here because this person has been performing well. I'm going to say move funds and deposit it. Right? So next, set up auto trading agent. Right? So we've created an account now, and now we're going to set up an agent, which is basically the AI that copies this. So I'm creating an agent right now. Please read carefully. This is the terms and conditions. This is provided by Bionomy Labs. It's a non-custody interface. That means your tokens and your coins are sitting with you. It's not with them. They're just creating sub-accounts for your internal accounting purposes. Execution is via Hyperliquid, and now I think it's with Pacifica also. They need to update this. There's a smart contract risk, which is always there. There's a builder fee. You need to understand this. Whenever an app is building on top of an existing DEX, they are charging you a builder fee. So whatever the DEX is charging you, the app always charges you up over and above that. So in case of Hypersignals, they were originally charging 1 bips and 3 bips for manual trades over and above what Hyperliquid was charging, which was 1.5 bips and 4 bips, I think. So essentially you were paying 2.5 bips and 7.5 bips. But very recently they've reduced their fees to 1 bips flat. So whatever Hyperliquid is charging you, you're just paying 1 bip. 1 bips is about 0.01% of whatever you trade, right? So that's a fair price, I think. Just paying 0.01% on maker and taker both, in addition to what Hyperliquid is doing, is very good because you are anyway farming Hyperliquid and Hypersignals and getting all these value-added features which Hypersignals has built for you, right? Which is you're getting all the intelligence and some very interesting features beyond copy trading also, which I'll probably cover in the next video. So all of that. No advice, eligibility, compliance, limitation of liability, IP, all these things, accept and continue, or we can choose not to use it. So I've accepted. Now this is the most important thing. When you're copying anything, you need to set this up. So these settings are very, very important, and they are very unique to Hypersignals, because in any other platform you just copy and things just happen randomly. Somebody's taken a position already and then you enter it late, timing, pricing, etc. Right? So I want to set 100% as the copy trading capital. This is the capital that we copy only partial positions, right? So I want to have 100% of the account value in this copy trade, and overall TP and SL I want to set. So I don't want to take a stop loss more than 25%. Prices can jump. Close the strategy when this loss is reached. So if $300 become $225, I want the strategy to close, because otherwise they can just drain you out if the person is not doing good, right? So you don't want to blindly trust everybody. And I also want to close the strategy if I do a 50% profit on this. So if I make $149, I want to pause the strategy, I want to relocate it, and I will maybe keep it on again. So capital allocation multiplier is scale trade sizes. So this guy is trading with about $850,000, and I'm trading with $300, right? So I need to have some kind of multiplier, or I can just choose 1x as well. But in this case, I'm going to say 1.5x, so that at least I get some good trades to pick. Minimum trade size to copy. Only copy trades above this minimum size, right? So I don't want trades to happen below $50, and I'm doing a $300 portfolio here. So 15 to 6, at least 6 trades should be happening. So at least a $50 is good to have. I can choose to have some blacklisted assets, like I want to do Popcat, Fatcoin, etc., but I'm not going to do this. You can blacklist assets that you want to stay away from, or you can just whitelist assets you want to trade only ETH, BTC, Hype, Sol, etc., right? So depending on that, this guy is doing a lot of things. He's doing Nat Gas, he's doing HIP3. So why should I restrict it, right? So I'm open. Forward mimic orders. Now this is very important, right? So if you want to skip his existing positions and want to only start trading when he starts new positions, you should use this, right? I mean, in cases where you are not sure, you should actually enable this, because you may have open positions when the timing was right, and now it may not be a great time to open the same position. So that's one way that you could open this. And limit order execution, I would always recommend enable this, because use limit orders to reduce trading fees. Market orders are always expensive, so always recommend that you enable this and keep this. I'm going to keep this off. I've kept this on in some of my past copy trades, but here I'm going to keep this off because I want to build volume faster, and I want to sort of farm Hyperliquid faster, right? So I'm just going to take the trades, but it's risky. I mean, usually I look at the timing and the entry, and I see if it's not too far away, then I keep this off. But right now I'm just going to keep this off and take a look of it. So you do confirm. Projections are about 90-day PNL, $800. APR is 1097. I take this with a pinch of salt. Don't look at this and take your bet, right? So we've done all these settings, and then now you click confirm, and my copy trade started successfully. So I'm just going to go to my account manager, and I'm going to look at my new account, which is HL Auto 1, and I'm going to look at this, right? So my account value is $299, margin use is 0, PNL 0, volume process 0, right? And this is the person I'm copying, so it's showing me the strategy. Now what's important is that you don't open this and forget about it, right? You have to check this person and his score every 2-3 days. It's 8.4 today, it could be 7.8. Yes, tomorrow it could just become 6 tomorrow if he just trades recklessly. Hypersignals updates the trades every data for scores less than 7 update every 24 hours. Higher scores unlock more frequent data refreshes. So they do this more than 24 hours. The refresh is more than 25, because we are betting on this guy. So if this 8.4 becomes a 7.5, I will stop the strategy. I will stop the copy trading. So I have this option to close my copy trade. And I'm going to show this to you on my ongoing account with Pacifica, where I have this already on. I put $150, and it's only used 16% of my margin. I think I didn't put the minimum trade value over here, and the volume process has been about 10 times of the capital I've deployed. It's been about 2 weeks or so, and I can click close and close this immediately. So right now I have these open positions. You can see my trade size is 188, 165, 45. So I think I've not put the minimum trade size in the settings. So that's a good lesson to always put this. You don't want an $18 trade happening, which is not going to do anything, but you know how it works, right? So while you do this, the volume keeps on, the buy and sell keeps on happening. All you got to do is keep on looking at it every now and then. Once in 2-3 times in a week, you check the scores are okay, and let the trades flow, right? This $1,500 will probably become $15,000 by the end of this month, or if I scale this capital, right? And but what's important is, once I've set up my settings of copy trade, this won't change, right? This won't change at all. So I don't have any settings to change it. I can just close this account, create a new sub account, and transfer the funds from there to here, and redo the settings and copy the same person here, right? So it's important to see this, and so that's it. You copy this, and you farm Pacifica with Hypersignals, or you farm Hyperliquid with Hypersignals. 2 farmings at one go. Right now I've enabled 2 copies. So I'm farming Hypersignals, Hyperliquid, Pacifica, 3 farms at one go, right? With a capital of about $500. And I'm going to scale this because I was just tinkering around with the platform, and there are a couple of other interesting features which I'm going to share in the next video. But for now, this is a no-brainer. Go to copy trade, pick up your high volume pros, pick up a delta neutral pro, which is also a good way to get people who are, see, delta neutral is giving you about, the 8.4 guy is here. It's not the same guy, it's another guy. Oh, it's the same guy. Yeah, I think I keep on arriving at the same person. He's good, but probably in another, he's a swinger. In another time, I may just look at somebody who's a flipper, right? If you're doing high volume flows, you'll have flippers, you have holders also, right? So you can play around. You have an 8.5 here with a 19% DD. You can explore this person also. Looks interesting. And these data, they keep changing. You don't know who these people are, right? They're just tracking wallets. They have 2 positions open, right? They're tracking wallets. So 92% ROI. Very interesting. I may just want to use this person on my, so I'm going to copy this address. So what I'll do is I'll copy this address, and on my Hyperliquid auto account, instead of copying the same guy, I'm copying on, okay, I already have an unrealized loss of 0.48 here. So I'm going to close this copy trade. It just takes about 2 minutes. This loss will be realized because I'm unwinding here. And once this strategy unwinds completely, I'm going to show you how to switch the strategy to the 8.5 and enable that immediately. So assuming this 8.4 guy lost his score, and the score reduced, I could have just closed the strategy and in the same sub account switch it to a better guy. And that's what we have to do. Every 2-3 days we have to look at it. Whenever the score reduces, we change the strategy in the same account and keep the volumes going in the same sub account, right? So you would know that I put $300 here, and what happens at the end of the day. I think there is a $1 transfer fee, so when we put 300 you get 299 or something like that. So that happens. It's unwinding. I think they are taking their time to unwind. Okay, you see my positions are already open. Copy trade performance is a new tab. I have not seen this tab before. Copy trade history. Okay, it's closing the shorts. 2 shorts are closed. It's gradually closing my positions. See, we've put limit orders, so they will not close immediately. That's important, and the platform is taking care of our interest by giving us limit orders, and that is very interesting. So now the strategy has been unwound from the account. I still have $298. I realized loss is 77 cents. So what I'm going to do is, now in the same strategy, I'm going to go to search, paste, okay, just go to the copy trade, and let's go to high volume pros, and we had this person with 8.5. No, that one had lower drawdown. Okay, 8.4 is our guy here. 8.4. Okay, here's the guy with 12% drawdown, 8.5, 10%, 10 sharp ratio. Love the trades. He just has one position open, short, and current price at BTC 89,589. He's entered at 89,247, right? So I'm going to go and say copy trade, right? Copy 100% of my capital. Advanced setting, I'll say 25% is the max loss, 50% is the max TP, 1.5x, at least $50. I'm going to do forward mimic because this Bitcoin element, this Bitcoin open call doesn't sound very good to me to enter right now. So I'm going to say confirm, right? And in the same account, we'll go to our portfolio, account manager. In the same account, HL Auto 1, I've got this active strategy. So right now we don't have any positions open, the strategy is active. So whenever he takes the next position, we're going to see the position happen. So if you look at the account manager here, I can do up to 30 sub accounts and multiple strategies. So look at the amount of smart farming and trading that you could do. You could copy a delta neutral guy, you could copy a high volume guy, you could do an HIP3 person, you can just go and copy a high sharp ratio person. I have multiple strategies running and farm together, right? So let's say if you have $10,000 to farm, you can spread it between Hyperliquid and Pacifica, and between each of them you can have like 3-4 different strategies running, and right. So one downside over here is you don't know how many points you are earning on Pacifica or Hyperliquid, right? You're just getting your points tracker for your overall points on Hypersignals, but how much did you earn on Pacifica this week? There's no way to know. So for that reason, I would make this my secondary farming destination for farming Pacifica and Hyperliquid, because Pacifica is not opened, they're not closed their first airdrop, right? Hyperliquid has, Lighter has. So I would say that you have your primary trading destination with your direct trading on Pacifica, but definitely have this as a second wallet to farm, because you don't know how much you're earning, but you definitely are doing good profits in delta neutral volume, right? And that will definitely aid your journey in terms of the airdrop. It's likely Q3 for Pacifica, Q2 for Hypersignals, and we don't know when is Hyperliquid season 3, but it could be any time, right? So all the best, and I hope you make the most of it. Use our code Namaste Web3. Use the link below. Sign up using that. Get boosted points. Get discounted fees, and share with us how's your feedback on your journey in using Hypersignals for farming multiple DEXes. All right. Namaste, and see you soon.